One of the deadliest viruses mankind has ever known is the Ebola virus. The Ebola disease is a highly contagious and a dangerous disease with a mortality rate of up to 90%. The Ebola virus was first identified in 1976 when two simultaneous outbreaks occurred in Sudan and Zaire, which is now the Democratic Republic of Congo. The virus was named after Zaire's Ebola River near the initial outbreak site in Congo. Initial investigations pointed to the source being wild animals, and studies confirmed that African fruit bats, specifically of the Pteropodidae family, were natural hosts of the virus. Porcupines, monkeys and gorillas are also capable of getting infected and also spreading the disease. There are 6 species of the Ebola virus: the Zaire, Thai forest, Bundibugyo, Sudan, Reston and the Bombali virus. Among all these Ebola virus strains, the Zaire Ebola virus is the most notorious and deadliest. It is single-handedly responsible for the most fatal Ebola outbreak in history, including the devastating 2014 West African epidemic that claimed some 11,000 lives. The Zaire Ebola virus has been a primary focus of research and vaccine development due to its high mortality rate. All of the 6 species got their names from where their outbreaks took place. 2 of the 6 species, the Bombali and the Reston Ebola virus, are not known to cause disease in people. The Ebola virus is an extremely dangerous virus which belongs to the Pteropodidae family. Like all viruses, once the Ebola virus enters the human body, it primarily targets immune cells, including macrophages and dendritic cells. The virus then attaches itself to specific receptors on the surface of the host cells. This attachment occurs with the help of a specific protein on the surface of the virus, known as glycoproteins. Once this attachment occurs, the virus gains entry to the cell through a process known as endocytosis. Once inside the cell, the viral RNA of the virus is then uncoated, exposing the genetic material necessary for replication. The virus begins to assemble new virions. They are all then released to attack other different cells. During this stage, the initial symptoms are non-specific and include fever, fatigue, muscle pain, headache, and sore throat. As the disease progresses, more severe symptoms such as vomiting, diarrhea, rash, impaired kidney and liver function, and in some cases, internal and external bleeding can occur. The severity of the disease varies, and some individuals may experience a milder form, while others may succumb to a more severe and fatal course. The incubation period for Ebola virus disease ranges from 2 to 21 days after exposure. The Zaire Ebola virus has been the primary driver of large-scale Ebola outbreaks, including the 2014 to 2016 epidemic that spread across Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. This outbreak marked the first time that the Ebola virus gained global attention and prompted international efforts to contain its spread. The characteristics that make the Zaire Ebola virus particularly concerning includes its high mortality rate, rapid transmission, and the ability to cause large-scale outbreaks. Additionally, the Zaire strain can persist in certain bodily fluids even after recovery, posing a continued risk of transmission. As said earlier, bats are believed to be the key reservoirs for the Ebola virus. These creatures, while not affected by the virus, can transmit it to other animals, serving as a bridge to humans. The exact mechanism of transmission is not fully understood, but it likely involves the consumption of infected bat meat by other animals or humans. Additionally, the virus can be transmitted to humans through direct contact with the bodily fluids of infected animals, such as through hunting, butchering or consuming their meat. The encroachment of humans into previously undisturbed ecosystems play a significant role in the transmission of zoonotic viruses like Ebola. Deforestation, driven by agriculture, logging and other human activities, disrupts the habitat of wildlife, bringing humans into closer contact with animals that may carry the virus. This increases the likelihood of transmission and the potential for outbreaks. There is currently no specific antiviral treatment for Ebola, and supportive care, including fluid replacement, treatment of specific symptoms, and maintaining oxygen levels is crucial. For the past recent years, the international community and global health organizations, in collaboration with affected countries, have implemented various strategies to mitigate the impact of Ebola outbreaks and reduce mortality rates.